smoke. Breathe me in and let me go. Filling the lungs inside you. And the blackened eyes make my way into your mind. Just to know what you.
Okay, so it's been an interesting week. Been doing a little bit of videoing, but not a lot. So at the minute, we've just taken the tractor unit out for a road test. We've had a few problems with it, so we're just checking it out. Also, I don't like to leave it for a huge amount of time without driving it, because something normally goes wrong, the batteries go flat or something on it. So yeah, so we've done that. So I'm just giving it a wash now. Chucking some snow foam over it before we do it. So that's of course Powermax Snow Blizzard. Might get some snow for Christmas with a bit of luck, I hope so. So yeah, so this is what we've been up to this week, and I'll catch you in a minute. Okay, so we're back working on the taxi now. Believe it or not, this is the front axle. And it's got drum brakes on the front, and they're really unusual. So we've taken to make this to get them off. Yeah, it wasn't the easiest thing to get off. Yeah, so we got these off, but they're not hydraulic. They're actually driven by cables, or sort of rods. So it's a rod, and what's happened is this rod has seized it in the bottom. So that's why we've had to take all the brakes apart. We got the back ones working really well. Just got absolutely no brakes on the front, but also it also hasn't got any friction material left on here. So I'm gonna have to get them made. Might have a word with EBC Brakes whether they'll be up for putting some new frictions on this. I'll have to see what they say. Okay, so I've been working on the car, and we've now had brakes. Now the brakes on this are really, really weird. So it's not hydraulic, as I'm saying, it's rod actuated. But the funny thing is that the handbrake puts the brakes on at the back like a normal car, but it also puts the brakes on at the front. Now watch this is really interesting. So if we spin the wheels at the front, so this is the foot brake. So if I put the foot brake on, it now stops. Try and pull it. All right, can't. I'm just come off there now. So now if I go to the handbrake and pull the handbrake, it does the front wheels as well. Spin it again. See if I can get it back in all in one shot. Yeah, so the handbrake puts the brakes on at the front. And also, if you pull the handbrake, if you watch the brake pedal, it moves the brake pedal as well. I never knew that. The other cool thing about this, we found out, so at the back here, so you see that little thing there? We've got another one on that side. Also on the front axle, we've got them here and on the other side. Believe it or not, that's a jacking system that's built in. So if you had a flat tyre, there's a way of pushing this down and jacking it up. Now, originally it was over here, the thing that makes it work, which wasn't even, we didn't have that bit anyway. But I'm going to leave it on, and we're going to make it electric. So we can actually go to a place, park up somewhere and lift it all off the ground. I think that'll look really cool. So yeah, that's another thing we found out. Okay, so we're doing some more work on the taxi. So we start to take some more parts off of it. Basically, we want to get it more or less down to a bare chassis now. So this is what we've been up to. Okay, so we've managed to get the clutch pedal out. So the clutch pedal is there because we're actually going to be putting an automatic gearbox in it. We started taking off all the ancillaries off the engine. So the next thing that come out is the starter motor. We actually managed to get the dipstick out. There's a lot of force trying to get it out. It's got stuck in there again. Believe it or not, it's still got oil in there, but this engine is absolutely locked solid. We put a big breaker bar on the front of it, right on that, and I put a 6-foot scaffold pole on the top of it, and you still can't move it. It's basically, it hasn't had an engine cover on it. This is where the water's been going in, so that's where the inlet is for the engine, and it didn't have a cover on it, and it's just basically, it's This thing is solid. It's frozen. You can see where it's cracked here. It's got some other cracks in the block. So the block is absolutely no good at all. Okay, so we've been working on the car. George has been taking all the ancillaries off the engine. Now it's time to try and lift it out now. Not sure exactly how it's going to come out. It's been wedged, it's absolutely wedged in here. I've got the engine mounts taken out, all the bolts, but yeah, let's see how it comes out. I think that's everything's free now. There is something still holding it in. Another thing that goes through the middle of that, isn't it? So tight, can't get it in there. That's it. So yeah, so now we know how much room we've got to play with. Probably going to have to move the steering back a bit, I think, and then we can just change that bit. All this bit can come off. Might have to trim a little piece out of here, shorten this a little bit. But yeah, next stage is to mock up what we're putting in. Okay, so that looks a lot cleaner now. This old girl washes up really, really well. Just trying to, look, you can even see me in it when I'm videoing it. What a beast of a tractor unit. I absolutely love driving this truck. Okay, so there's another pair of knuckles, all, well, not finished, they're just in primer, but they're all welded up. If you want to find out how I make these, I'm going to put a link at the end of the video so you can see. all the effort goes into making them. So yes, we use these on the monster truck. Also this week we've been making some wheel arches, so that's the wheel arch mould that we use to make these. These are for a golf buggy, so we've been making them this week. And also we've made this, so we're going to start doing fiberglass kits now. So this is a Baja Beetle front wing. So we've made the back wings, the engine cover, the bonnet, and the only bit we got to make now is the front panel. So yeah, so these look really nice. We've got a pair of them done as well this week. Okay, so that's the vlog for this week. Now, I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Just stay safe. This COVID thing at the moment is starting to kick off again in the UK, but no matter where you are in the world, just make sure your family's your most important thing, and everyone will be safe and we'll stick together. But until then, bye-bye.
Take me in small, breathe me in and let me go. Filling the lungs inside you, and the blackened eyes make my way into your mind. Just to know what you know.